Hello, and welcome to B-Movie Euphoria's 31 Days of Horror. Welcome to day 16, and my goodness, what a what a month it is. I have finally decided what I'm going to be for Halloween. It took a lot of deliberation and a lot of thought, but I finally decided I'm going to be a stepdad. I don't have the costume yet, but I'm getting the persona right now, so just tell me if I'm doing pretty good. Hey, hey Slugger, how you doing there, bud? You want to play some catch, maybe? Throw the pigskin around? Hey, look, you know, um, I could never take the place of your real dad, but God damn it, go clean your room right now. Okay, so you think maybe? Yeah, who knows? Anyway, if you haven't guessed, our movie today is Stepfather 3. Yes, it is the end of the trilogy, the Stepfather trilogy, the toxic masculinity trilogy. This, I, I gotta say, for movie franchises, this is a good and proper ending to the film, or to the films. Terry O'Quinn, who played the stepfather in the first two films, is not back for this one, but he he is back in the form of Robert Whiteman, which very fitting name for this guy because he plays uh, evil stepdaddy with a very kind of muted menace and not quite as good as Terry O'Quinn, but I have to say I enjoyed this one quite a bit more than the second one. There was just a lot more stuff going on, which made kind of ratcheted up the tension tenfold. And yeah, I just liked it a lot. So in this one, apparently, after Jerry was, I think he was stabbed, I'm pretty sure, or shot. I can't remember. Anyway, he ended up in the mental institution again. He escaped again, killed some more people, and this time, to cover up for the fact that it's no longer Terry O'Quinn, there is a like 10-15 minute scene in the beginning where he goes to this old abandoned warehouse where there is this black market doctor, plastic surgeon, which basically does plastic surgery to his face. Um, and then stepdaddy kills him. But this plastic surgery scenes are very, very well done, and they look extremely real. So either the makeup effects was really good, or they just got some stock footage of plastic surgery, and wow, that was really gross. So he's got a new face. He goes to a new town and becomes a gardener. Which, a little interesting fact here, the real life person who this is the whole Stepfather series was based on was actually very into gardening. So they used that little tidbit of information for this film. Anyway, so he immediately starts a relationship with a single mom, of course, and yeah, it's just it really blows my mind how these women do not see what a fucking freak he is. Like you couldn't make this movie now, and I'm very glad for it because this guy is totally just all about just like family and security, and maybe it's just me or the people I know, but I don't know. It's just that whole family values thing where it's just like I gotta be home with the kiddo, and I gotta I have to have my wife at my side, and it's just it's really disturbing. And these films show how disturbing the whole family unit is. And maybe I'm maybe I have some strange skewed version of it, but it's very scary in these films. So basically, he gets with this woman, and her she has a son who's like a computer detective. Basically, he's into solving crimes and looking up like true crime stuff, which is kind of cool. The kid is kind of an overactor, but he's not bad. Uh, he's also in a wheelchair, and I feel like this was around the time when there were a lot of kids in wheelchair movies, like Mac and Me, and Silver Bullet, Stephen King's Silver Bullet, and there was just an era like late '80s, early '90s where there's just a lot of kids in wheelchair movies. Like, what was going on? Was there like some rash of kids being like incapacitated, put in wheelchairs? Because that's what it really seemed like. But anyway, this kid apparently, all the doctors say he can walk, but it's like some psychosomatic thing. So at some point later in the movie he's gonna fucking walk, of course. But anyway, so uh, this kid is immediately kind of questioning stepdaddy, and as you should, because this guy is just totally weird, and like, I mean, maybe even made sense back then, but it's just he's so cheesy and so like, golly, I can't wait to have a family, that it's just like, that's creepy. That's so weird. I don't want to be around somebody like that. Anyway, so the kid sees right through that shit, starts looking into him, gets kind of freaked out by not finding anything about him, but how this guy just acts towards him, and basically at one point, stepdad wants to throw the ball with him, and the kid's like, "No, I want to be on my computer," and he's like, "No, we're gonna throw ball," and he like throws the ball at the kid, and the kid just falls out of his wheelchair, and then evil stepdaddy's just like, "Get up! I know you can walk! Walk right now!" And it's just like, that is fucking abuse. That's some serious abuse. The kid doesn't say anything about it. Whatever, it's fine. Anyway, so the film goes on. The boy ends up, at some point, decides to go and stay with his real father and his new wife for a little bit, and the mom's okay with it, but stepdaddy is like not okay with it. He's like, "You're breaking up the family," and at one point he's yelling at the kid in front of the mom, and he's saying, "I'm your daddy now. I'm your daddy now." And I'm like, "You're seriously, you're gonna stay with this dude after he just said that?" Wow. Anyway, the kid also has a friend, a priest. So this is a really weird, creepy aspect of this movie. This kid's best friend in, the whole world is this older priest guy. And there's like a lot of weird roughhousing with the priest that's kind of like, whoa, this was a different climate, because yeah. Anyway, so the priest starts looking into stuff too. But anyway, so the boy goes off to live with his dad. Immediately, stepdaddy is like, this isn't turning out how I wanted it. So he starts hitting on another single mom, and he starts having a relationship. So he's got this single mom that he married. Oh, I forgot. They got married. Okay. He's a stepfather. Of course they got married. So he's got the single mom that he already married, and now he's like already looking at this single mom, new single mom that he likes a little bit more, because like she has a son that's not in the wheelchair, and she's more, I don't know, different, I guess. But he sells her his cottage that he was living in before he moved in with his new family. So he's like juggling that, but I'm just like, this. The last Stepfather movies, he was at least calculating. He was like thinking about things like 10 steps ahead a little bit. But in this one, he's like starting a new family in the same town. And like, everybody knows, this is a small town. This isn't a big town. This is like, everybody knows each other. So of course, like, his wife and this new lady start running into each other, and there's that building tension of everything. But it is quite good. And I have to say, the Stepfather trilogy is fantastic, and I would say maybe watch them all in a row, or just watch them one at a time. But they're all very good. This one went straight to cable. I think it premiered on HBO, so it never saw the movie theaters. But It is a lot of fun. It's not super bloody, but there are some really great scenes, including the final scene, which kind of cements that he's not coming back. But not to ruin anything for you, but this was very good. A lot of fun, and Robert Whiteman was very convincing. So I would say check it out. Stepfather 3. Just watch it to see how much things have kind of changed and how the family unit has expanded. And thank God. Thank God it's not just man and woman and child and then you just live. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying I think things need to be different. There needs to be like a whole different dynamic because obviously this is what you get when you stick too hard to that American dream, picket fence, perfection family. You get homicidal mania and you get people's heads getting chopped off and people ending up in a wood chipper. So hopefully if this taught us anything, it's that you gotta kill your family. No, that's not it. Anyway, thanks for watching B-Movie Euphoria's 31 Days of Horror. That was day 16. I'll see you on day 17. Have a good one, all.